I would like to stay there for a minute.
Mhm.
And there are so many people who there are only X percentage who can top the class, right? The rest surely will be probably the second, the third, and probably the last. uh, so you really talk about this whole thing about achievement at school is really not performance at work, right?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful stuff that I picked up. So
Correct.
if I'm somebody listening to this conversation, and I say I have to change my mindset, especially youngsters who are actually listening to this and saying, you know what, hey, am I good enough? Hey, I didn't crack my IIT, I'm not going to my top school, I'm not doing this, so am I fit to be the best in what I do? So therefore, what is the mindset change that you went through, which you would like to share with the people who are listening to something like this?
Yeah. One primary mindset change is winning at all costs. Somehow that seems to have become ingrained in our educational academic environment. Winning at all costs is so toxic to
Mm,
real work environment.
mm,
In fact, you can even give up winning if you're going to be helpful in somebody else winning.
mm,
I think it's called The Winning Way.
mm.
Our man, the cricket commentator, Harsha Bogle, has written
Correct.
an amazing book called The Winning Way, where he talks about, he breaks it down so beautifully and talks about how teamwork is all about helping the other person win,
Mm,
shining the spotlight, basking in that reflected glow.
mm,
I go to a lot of colleges to give talks, and there are many certificates and awards that are given to the 100% attendance guy, the highest salary, first month salary girl, and so on. And I ask them, the chairman of the institution, I ask them sometimes, where are those who haven't gotten job yet?
mm.
Whose fault is that? Are they even allowed into this auditorium? Sometimes I am told this is only for those who have been given a job.
My
I
God.
tell them this is the motivational talk I have come here for. If there is anybody needing motivation, it is those people. Get them
Mm,
here. I used to
mm,
tell them. And we need to institute an award or probably some credits for collaboration.
mm,
It's all about competition. It's not at all about collaboration.
mm,
I remember how I feel ashamed of it now. I remember how in school and in college, when I'm giving an exam, somebody else next to me, good friend of mine, but I can't let them see because there is only one seat that I am vying for. 10 people of us are vying for the same seat. This artificial scarcity has been created, and suddenly we became sworn enemies. Come
mm,
out of the exam hall, we are back friends again. So,
mm,
this concept of a timed exam where you can't refer a book and you have to you can't share and learn, this is so artificial. Even
mm,
in my team, in my company, when we interview a person, we try not to give them that timed thing.
mm,
Here is 2 hours. Here is the challenge. Do not refer to the internet or to the chat GPT and do this work for me. It
mm,
is so silly because it is artificial. It is no way similar to the kind of work they will be doing day to day when they become an employee in the team.
mm,
They become an employee in the team, they'll have the internet. They will
mm,
not have time pressure. They will
mm,
have 6 people to support them. So,
mm.
can we create an environment that is close to that, an incubatory environment? That is what we try to see. So, my message to all learners who are watching this, who are probably as pissed off as I am about this artificial scarcity and this rat race, I think there is so much out there that we can do as individuals without being sucked into this cutthroat competition, as they call it, and so much self learning, so much charting your own path that you can do. I don't think this rat race is worth it.
Okay. So clearly, what you're saying is, uh, script your own path,
Yes.
and start working on it, and that's something that you should find your way and don't get worried about the rat race. That's really what you're talking about. And it's a very, very tough path, but slow path, but halfway through maybe you'll be able to really speed up. That's really the way you should think, is what you're saying.
Correct. To draw an uncouth example, perhaps, I would say it's the difference between an arranged marriage and a love marriage, right? An arranged marriage is all scripted. And sometimes you feel, I didn't ask for it. I had no say in it. Compare it with the love marriage where the boy chases the girl or the girl chases the boy, and against all odds, in fact, against society, against parents, they chart their own path, only each other for support and survival. But you know why they win? They win because they are there for each other and they have nobody else to blame. They chose that path. So they are able to grind through it, demonstrate grit, and that motivation comes naturally. You are okay. I think I didn't pick a bad example because the word love and passion are common to both. You are desperately, madly in love with what you're doing. You are passionately in love, and hence nothing else matters. You chart your own path. There are going to be difficulties. My son, for example, after graduating out of school by class 8, he didn't join NIOS or any other structured curriculum. I created the curriculum for him in association with a teacher in Australia, a software engineer in America, and so on. We put it together, and he played along, and he joined Zoho schools. And I thought he's set for life. Things are going to be great. And suddenly one fine morning he comes and tells me, I want to do organic farming. That's what I'm interested in. And we have been watching. The little I know about farming, I know it is difficult. There's not much money in it. And it's all dependent on the gods, the rain god and the sun god and so on. And I ask him, are you ready for this? This is going to be really challenging. And he says, I want to try it out. So he goes out, and then COVID hits, and then he comes back. And now the interesting thing here is he has found a common overlap. He's doing software for farming.
Okay.
Yes. So that's how things fall in place. Things fall in place when you're ready for them, when you are open-minded enough to allow that experimentation to happen.
Okay.
Right? So many of the people who are on the beaten track, the road more often traveled, it's all well beaten. You can't really make out the nuances because thousands of people have gone ahead in front of you. You can't even pause to look around because thousands are coming behind you.
Yeah.
Right? There's no time to smell the roses, so to speak. Yeah.
Fantastic.